Good morning, everyone. I was due to start at 10 o'clock, but I've got everything sorted that I needed to get sorted, so I went a little bit early. Morning, Kate.
Good morning. I am just getting stuff sorted, then I will be on the camera on my laptop.
Okay, then. I've even baked a Victoria sponge already.
Seriously? You're
Yeah,
on the ball today.
yes, I'm very on the ball. Hi, Hazelnut channel. Hazelnuts. Hello, is it me you're looking for?
I can see it in your eyes.
Hiya, Night Owl. How are you?
Hi, Vicki.
Hiya, Kenneth and Pixie, if you're still there, if you're still watching. And Gerald, if you're still watching. Funnily enough, I've got 11 thumbs up already.
Oh,
That's
you've only started. That's
I'm going
fabulous.
to say that's even before I've started. Hey, Cherry Giggles, hello.
Hi, cheery giggles.
How are you? And as you probably know, I haven't been live for a few days. Not been feeling too well, but I'm back on the ball. Oh, and took us wrecking the place. So it's a little bit dull here today. It's not as warm or sunny than it has been. So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little it's a
very,
little
very.
bit cooler. So, which is good. No, I didn't. Cherry Giggles. I didn't watch the wedding. I didn't watch the FA Cup either. So I watched neither. So no. I sort of did. I did switch it over when they were coming out after they was married. But
I
that's
was
about
sending her like little snippets of actors and actresses that I thought looked funny.
Night Owl says, have you done your giveaway draw? No, we're going to do it later. We was quite busy yesterday. I have wrote all the names down. Mr. P is going to do the random draw thing, random name picker. So I don't actually know how to go on with that, but Mr. P is going to do that for me. And Hazelnut Channel says, I always feel like somebody is watching me. Yeah, somebody's watching me.
And you got no privacy?
Uh, so as I say, I wasn't supposed to be starting. I'd set the reminder for 10 o'clock, but there were already like 3 people in waiting. So I thought, well, I've done what I've got to do, and yeah, I'm fine. I've same as I say, the last live stream I did was Friday evening. I sort of had a bad head all weekend. Same as I was saying, I did go live with Mr. P. I think it was Monday night. I've had a bad head. I don't know whether it's my sinuses, hay fever, etc. So, as you can probably tell, I'm still a bit bunged up, So yeah, but I'm feeling a lot better. Oh, you need one more owl. Does that mean subscriber? Oh. So yes, I'm feeling a lot better, like headache-wise and whatever. So, but I'm still sort of a bit bunged up, but I'm okay. Apart from that, everything's tickety-boo.
So you want to talk about this Victoria sponge you decided to make this morning?
It's just a Victoria sponge. I mean, I just chucked everything in a. Oh, go on, Bennett. Lucy's wanting to come in now, but she can stay out.
Oh.
Night Owl's one away from 700. Well done. Yeah, basically, I just took everything in the bowl, mix it up, and whack it in oven. That's it. Hey, Emily Bird. How are you? Looking forward to your interview tonight with the Eagle VP?
Oh, that's exciting. Hi, Emily.
Well, you see, the thing is, Lucy's wanting to come in now, but as soon as I get up and go to the door, she runs off. So that's why I'm ignoring her. So, oh yes, she's getting very excited to do her interview with Mr. Eagle VP. So yes. So how is everyone this morning? Are we all well? Or as I say, I haven't been live since Friday evening, so I thought I'll come on and do one this morning. I'm eating salted caramel and I'm not sorry at all. Well, if you want to look on my channel, Cheery Giggles, I did cupcakes with salted caramel icing. So, yeah. Good. He's on the hoverboard. And we are Back to the Future. Is that right? Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of them. Something cupcakes with salted caramel icing. In fact, I'll look on my phone and I'll have a look, and I'll tell you the exact title of the. I'll tell you the exact title of the vlog that it was. It is quite a while ago now, but it's all right. I'm scrolling quite a way back. Gingerbread cupcakes with salted caramel icing. That's the one. And it was 5 months ago. So yes, gingerbread cupcakes with salted caramel icing. So, some say I just had to have a look on my phone. I couldn't remember because it was so long ago. I couldn't remember the title of it. There's homemade Jaffa cakes on there. Malteser chocolate cake, banoffee pie, strawberry cream tea cake, banana walnut and chocolate loaf, chocolate brownies, and of course the famous lemon drizzle. And the very first ever baking vlog I did was a Victoria sponge. It's not actually sunny here today, Vicky. It's quite dull and windy. You know, I'm hoping it's going to brighten up later on because it's been glorious here for the past few days. Yeah, if you just click on where it says videos, I mean, there's popcorn bars, there's key lime pie, banoffee pie, lemon meringue, you know, but one of the most popular ones is lemon meringue and banoffee pie, I think. Hi, Technical Channel, how are you? You know, because actually I had a person, they live in the USA, but they're actually from the UK. And she says, do you know what I miss most about the UK? And she says, I miss Jaffa cakes. I says, well, if you look on my channel, I says, I've done a vlog about homemade Jaffa cakes. And so a few days later, she messaged me and she says, oh, I went and had a look. She says, and I made them. She says, they're absolutely lovely. But yeah, they was one of Mr. P's favourites, the gingerbread cupcakes with salted caramel icing. They're absolutely gorgeous. Mind you, everything I make is a hit with Mr. P. But I particularly enjoyed the banoffee pie because I like banoffee pie. I mean, it's not to everybody's taste. And I was contacted last night. I think it was Ruby Slippers, Millionaire Pie. So it's a case of watching this piece. So yeah, so when I looked at the recipe, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Pineapples, pineapple in it, cherries. I forget now because recipe's over there. But yes, apparently it's quite popular in the USA. So yeah, she actually sent me a recipe, but I'd already printed one off in the meantime. Yeah, it's called Millionaire's Pie, and that is it's like a biscuit base, but obviously in the USA you use graham crackers, but here in the UK we use digestive biscuits. No, we haven't done it. It's going to be done later, Emily. I've wrote all the names that entered down, and Mr. P is going to do the random name picker thing, and obviously he's going to put everybody's name into it, and then we're going to actually do it later. So yes, it is in the pipeline. We was going to do it yesterday, but we was rather busy. So so it will be today, definitely. Yes, yeah, because I was talking to Ruby, and she did say it'll probably be better using digestive biscuits rather than the graham crackers, she says, because she thinks it tastes better with digestive biscuits. So hi, Midnight Raven, how are you? So yeah, so that is a project for the future. So yeah, and hopefully I will redo the bakewell tomorrow. Good. Same as I say, I wasn't supposed to be starting till 10 o'clock because I'd like set the reminder and everything, and I've done all my jobs. I've even baked a Victoria's sandwich. So yeah. So does anyone want to come on the panel? Midnight Raven or Night Owl or Emily? Does anyone want to come up on the panel? No, it's quite early. So yeah, so just let me know and I can send you an invite. Is your email address on your about page, or would you like to put it in the chat and then I'll remove it? So if you want to put your email address in, I'll just copy and paste that. I have sent you an invite, Night Owl. I'll just remove that. Just to be on the safe side. So I have sent you an invitation, and for some reason, oh, that was quick.
Yep. I'm on the ball this morning.
Yeah. Oh, Kate's back again.
Back.
She did drop out, but she's back.
I actually get to
There we
talk
go.
to Kate today.
Yeah, so what's the crack? I got a call.
Did you sleep much last night, Kate? She sent me a picture. She got sunburnt yesterday.
Oh no.
You
That hurts.
sound really quiet for some reason to me.
Who,
Wow.
me?
Oh, there we go. Hello. Got yous now. No, it wasn't to everybody else, just to me.
Yeah,
I
just
see TV. And Cheery Giggles says, just saw on the news our parents took their 30-year-old son to court so they can evict their son out of their home.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's like taking retirement to the next level.
Well, that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how old your son is, they're still your son. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, that's the way I'd see it. Like, I wouldn't kick my kids out.
So you didn't answer my question, Kate. Did you get much sleep with the sunburn last night?
No. I literally did not get any sleep, and it's like all blistery and sore and achy, and
Oh, that's you'll have to keep putting cream on it.
yeah, I literally smothered it in bum cream.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just suited cream.
She sent me a picture last night and her arm was red raw. And I says, have you got any after sun? And she says, I don't. She says, well, basically, I said, like, moisturiser or, you know, Kate says, do you think Sudocrem or something like that would do it? I says, well, it's just the same thing, really, as after sun, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly. Holy cow.
So I like sent her a picture with my arm like smothered in it. It looked like a baguette with like cheese on it.
Yeah, a baguette with cream cheese smothered all over.
It's for a Philadelphia advert. That's what it looked like.
And I was saying to Kate just before, you know, I've already made a Victoria sponge.
Yeah, that's right. I remember because I did the footage in the video, so I downloaded that exact vlog.
Oh.
You see,
put it in the thanks or well done Jeanette video.
The sponge and the chocolate sponge, it's just basically second nature to me. I just chuck everything in a dish, whip it up, straight in oven. But you see what I find is as well. Did you see the cake liners that I use?
Yeah.
No sticking, no nothing. You just put one of them in, and they're only £1. Well, I don't know what they are like. I'd probably be able to get them in Canada, but 25 in them, and they're only £1, and they're worth every penny in my book.
Oh, they are. Yeah, I've even when you buy a cake nowadays, they're already in there. They already have the liners in there. You know.
Yeah, but same as I say, you know, I do have greaseproof paper and whatnot, but I find it easy because I get the ones for the loaf tins as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I find it easier than, you know, faffing about, cutting greaseproof paper. Then you've got to grease your tin and everything. But with these, you just stick them in the tin, put your mixture in it, and then when they cool down, you just peel them off and voila, you know.
Yeah.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah, that is very smart. Yeah.
You know, it saves a lot of faffing about, and once they cool down, you just peel the liners off the cake and voila, you've done, you know.
Yeah.
That's what stands out, obviously, but it just saves, you know, all the faffing about cutting greaseproof paper or art and lining your tin, you know, greasing your tins and everything, you know, it's a pound well spent in my, you know, in my mind, you know, it's a pound well spent.
Yeah, we have to buy the great big roll of parchment paper out here, you know, and it's a pain in the butt.
Well, same as I say, you know, for the Victoria sponges and whatever, they say save a hell of a lot of time, you know, and it's just a case of when they cool down, you peel them off and that's it, job done.
Yeah.
So
as you're listing off all the different things you've made, I'm like,
I know that's me.
Oh yeah. Them as I
5 o'clock
say,
in the morning, and I want sweets.
I basically 10 months ago I made some scones, but I didn't actually vlog it. And that's when sort of somebody suggested, well, next time you ought to vlog yourself making something. So that's how the bakery thing started.
Oh, good.
You know, and some say the very first one I actually vlogged was a Victoria sponge.
Oh, cool.
So
I love baking and stuff like that. I started a food blog a long time ago. But then it just kind of trailed off. I haven't really done anything with it since, so I have to get back on that. But the kids keep telling me, no, you need to make something online.
I'll reel them off to you. Lemon drizzle with the next one.
Oh,
Chocolate brownies, banana walnut and chocolate chip loaf, strawberry cream tea cake. That is absolutely divine. It's like a scone base, and then you put
right.
clotted cream on it and coat your strawberries in jam.
Mhm.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Banoffee pie, chocolate Malteser cake, Halloween not so scary slime. That was basically the Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Lemon meringue. I've had nearly 200 views on that.
Oh, wow.
Homemade Jaffa cakes. And then I did a £5 meal challenge, which I made spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, wow.
Gingerbread cupcakes with salted caramel icing. Coffee cake. 7-Up pancake. And I did 2 in 1 that day, shortbread.
Mm.
A lemon flan and chocolate crunch pie. Custard and white chocolate cookies. Yorkshire parkin. Tunnel of fudge cake.
Oh.
White chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, now there's my favorite.
Quiche Lorraine. Apple frangipan. That's a bit like the Bakewell. Popcorn bars. They're more recent. Key lime pie. And jam donuts.
Oh my gosh. My mom would love the key lime. That's her favorite kind there. That and lemon meringue she loves.
Oh, Mr. P's favourites, the lemon meringue.
Yeah.
And as I say, the latest one was obviously the red velvet cake.
Right.
Emily says I'm making her hungry.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, you're late listening them off earlier, and I'm like, I'm truly no. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I need sweets.
So yeah, same as I say. I mean, there's sort of not a lot that defeats me, and I made the red velvet cake previous to the vlog. I made one, and it were a total disaster. And I says to Kate, I says, it's not. I'm not going to let it beat me. You know, if at first you don't succeed, you try again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And obviously the second one turned out all right, so I was happy with that. And I did say at the beginning of the vlog, this is my second attempt, and first one didn't turn out too well, but I'm not going to let it defeat me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't. You have to keep trying. And I mean, half the bakers in the world, how many times they probably had to repeat the same recipe before they perfected it, right? So,
well, this is it. Same as Mr. P, because he sort of vlogged it, and then sort of it was supposed, the first recipe was supposed to be cut into 3,
right.
but it didn't rise very well. And basically, when I cut it in half, the top one just crumbled up, and I says, no, that's not good enough. I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, I did it again, you know.
Yeah,
And the channel says you try your best and you will succeed. But this is it. But you know, it's not very often I let anything defeat me.
Yeah, exactly. You can't let anything defeat. I mean, it's hard to. It's easier said than done when you say you can't let anything defeat you, but it's hard, you know, sometimes. But you got to keep pushing yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, where did Kate go?
Yeah, same as I say. I mean, I've not felt well all weekend. Same as I say, I don't know whether it's been my sinuses, whether it's, you know, I need my eyes testing or what it is, but I've had terrible headaches, and it could be my sinuses, it could be hay fever. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, same here. The last few days I've had a dry cough and everything. So it's not been fun. I'm trying to get my iPad in a good position here.
Quoting a song from the Titanic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I know. I'm kind of all over the place.
When it comes on my channel, well, I don't know whether it's he or she, but they always quoting song lyrics. Not very often.
Where did Kate go? What happened?
She's probably. I don't know whether she's on a phone or what, but she does tend to sort of go and come back. You know what I mean?
Okay. I thought we scared her off.
Back. No. Probably sorting little one arts.
Aww.
No. But
I watched one of her videos the other day, the one where I guess it was with her nephew, and they were making donuts and stuff. I thought that was super cute.
So yeah, same as I say, I'd sort of set it all up to come on at 10 o'clock, and then Pixie and somebody else were in, and then Kate were in the chat, and sort of I got it all set up, but I was sort of doing other things and sorting it out. So I sort of put in the chat, do you want me to start the live now? You know?
Yeah.
So I went a little earlier than what I normally do. So, but same as I say, because you see, when me out baking the Victoria sponge, and same as I say, doing me few jobs, I sort of didn't know whether I'd, you know, get everything done, and that's why I set it for 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm usually up around between now and 6. So go to bed late, wake up early, you know.
Well, this is it. Same as I say, I get up with Pixie and Callum at around 6 a.m. Sometimes I decide to go back to bed because I'm that sort of shattered that, you know, I take cloud. You know, sometimes I go back to bed, like this morning, for instance, I didn't bother. I'd got to ring up about my prescription at the doctor's, etc., and 1 or 2 jobs, and then I thought, you know, I'll make a Victoria sponge. So actually, Callum is actually making pizza at school today.
Oh, cool.
So I thought, well, I'll make a Victoria sponge, and then we've got a dessert.
Yeah, why not, right?
Well, this is it. So
we might be making cookies with the boys this afternoon. They're pre-made cookies, but we decorate them and stuff. So
yeah. Same as I say, the only cookies that I've made are the white chocolate chip and custard. It's basically you put like custard powder into the mix.
Right.
Taste ever so lush.
I bet.
So I have made them 1 or 2 times before, and it's sort of when I go shopping, because like we get the packets, you know, so I get probably about 3 or 4 of those in hand, you know, if I do decide to make the Tech Cloud says is it $4.50 today.
Ooh, way to go. What was I gonna say? I had something to say. I forgot.
When did you get 700 then? Was it this morning or?
I was 698 when I woke up. Sorry about the camera. I'm holding my iPad here. I can actually check right now. I was at 698 when I woke up, and I'm at 699 now.
Oh, I've got Crimson Fantasy in, and Christopher Bartram's in as well.
Hey, Crimson, how's it going, dude?
And Christopher says, making one item is fine for me. It's when you're making the meal and you need to keep changing the heat of the oven and try to coordinate so everything is done at the same time.
That's right.
You see, us ladies are well known for being multitaskers, and you know, it's like if I do a vlog on a Sunday, I try to work it around the Sunday lunch and put in the meat in the oven, jellied up. Yeah, if you want to put your email in the Osbeach, Andy. It's good evening for him because he's in Australia.
Oh,
that is a Brit. It's originally from Birmingham in the UK, but emigrated 30 years ago to Australia.
Oh, wow. Well, good morning.
Yeah, and it's evening for him because they're like 10 hours in, so it'll be like nearly 8 o'clock in the evening in Australia.
Oh, wow.
If you want to put your email in, Jelly Duck, I'll invite. Does Crimson want an invitation, or are you going back to sleep?
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you now. I was talking, I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago, I made peppermint Nanaimo bars. And basically it's like chocolate bottom with custard in the middle, with a chocolate top.
Oh.
And
I actually printed, what is it, Millionaire's shortbread or something, and that's like shortbread with chocolate on top.
Yeah, that sounds yummy.
You see, what I tend to do is I tend to print a lot off.
Yeah.
And sort of then I say, you know, it all depends what mood I'm in, and I'll say, oh, I might make that this week, or, you know, I've got a stack of recipes about that so big.
Yeah. If I set this like, can you still hear me clear? If I set it like I have it sitting down, can you still hear me clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Oh, he says it's 6:30 p.m. in Adelaide, and he went to Adelaide in 1969.
You were a handsome young man then. What happened?
I
bet you still are.
Old age.
Yeah.
I like making British food for everyone here in the US. You get gobsmacked expressions when you bring out the spotted dick. I've actually printed a recipe off for the spotted dick. Well, basically, I'll explain. It's just basically a sponge, but it's got like sultanas and raisins and everything in it. It's like in a pudding basin.
Yeah.
So why the British thought to call it spotted dick, I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. I've heard even was it Mrs. Osborne, when she was saying it, she's on the show, she says, spotted dick, it's nothing to me to say, but everybody else gets embarrassed when I say it.
We see, same as I say, us Brits know what people are talking about when they're talking about spotted dick. But I mean, you know, and Osbeach Andy says, yes, I aged.
Yeah, we all do. It's okay. My dad's 80 years old this December, and he doesn't look a day over 70. He looks so good. I'll have to see if I can show you guys a picture of him on my phone here. Yeah.
He says, yeah, almost no one here ever heard of it. But going back to that, same as I say, I mean, people in the UK, when you talk about spotted dick, know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know. Let's see if I can. I'm going to take the brightness down on my phone here. So,
right, I'm just looking. I'm just going to look and see if I can show you a picture of spotted dick.
Okay. I don't know how well can you see. Can you see that, Jeanette?
Oh yeah. If you like, put it to the side.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it in there.
It says spotted dick is a British pudding made with suet and dried fruit and often served with custard.
Ooh.
And I'll just show you a picture. Can you see that? That is spotted dick.
Oh, that looks so yummy. Holy cow, I like that.
Yeah. So that is basically that's all it is. Like a suet pudding made with currants and whatever.
how well can you see that, Jeanette, of my dad?
I'm going to say if you sort of hold it back a little bit, that is a bit, but yeah, that's a lot. Do you know who it reminds me of? Have you seen Cab 7?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Cab 7. And
Oh, that's true.
yeah, and Osby Chandy says that's right. Don't forget the custard. We see
Yeah.
the recipe that I've printed off for the spotted dick. You don't use packet custard or anything. It actually gives you a recipe to make your own custard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's that. I'll have to do that in the next few weeks. An ambrosia custard.
That's my mommy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's my mommy. She's in a nursing home right now.
Christopher
Yeah.
Bartram says, I keep getting asked if I like black pudding. And when I told them yes, they're like, you know what's in it? Well, I must admit that I do not like black pudding.
What is in black pudding, if you don't mind me
It's
asking?
pig's blood, basically.
Okay. It's just what do we call it? We call it blood pudding out here.
Yeah, well, that's basically black pudding, what we call black pudding. It's in a pig's intestine thing, and you just slice it and have it with. Oh no, thank you.
Yeah, it sounds gross.
plus one or two other. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
I think it might be Pixie.
Could be. Did you lock them out? So, how is everybody doing? Well, Mrs. P is entering the door. Oh, wait, don't forget. Ambrosia custard. Oh. I love black pudding and especially in colder fry. Okay, you know what? I don't know. I've never had that before. Tudor's Maid is famous. Yeah, I've never had black pudding. I don't know, there's so many foreign desserts and stuff like that that I want to try, but I don't know. I don't know. Crimson, I don't know if Jeanette sent you the link. I'll mention it to her when she comes back on, and see if she'll send you the link so you can come on and join us this morning. It feels so nice to be on live. I've never been on a joint chat like this. Yesterday I was on with Eagle VP and everybody. That was actually quite fun. Yeah, poutine is really good, but I mean, in order to have real poutine, you have to have thick cut fries. You need to have really nice, not too high in salt gravy, and you need cheese curds. You can't try it without cheese curds. Some places try and make their own and use like shredded cheese and everything. It's not poutine without the cheese curds, and Crimson will probably agree with me on that one. But we have a farmer's market here that we can get that stuff at. We can get cheese curds, and you can get them in the white cheddar cheese curds, or you can get or mozzarella, I should say, mozzarella cheese curds, or actual cheddar cheese curds. Hey, Pixie, what's up? Hey, Gemma, how are you this morning, hun? Absolutely. Are you home for lunch or just checking in? But yeah,
I'm back again, and no, it wasn't Mr. P because he's in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Mr. P hello.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, it was somebody. Do you want to change your gas and electric supplier? And I kept saying, no, I'm satisfied. You know, well, how much do you spend? And I kept saying, I can't. I've got somebody else. Oh dear. Well, I'll leave you my card anyway.
Yeah, there
It's
you go.
Straight it bin.
I think
Hiya, Gemma Grace. Sorry about that.
I think Crimson said something about wanting to come on with us this morning. I don't know.
I did send him an invite.
Okay.
Yeah, I did send him an. He said he was having a wash, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, hi Marie.
Hi Marie.
Well, there I'm stood at the door, and he's saying, you know, we could save you hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I kept saying, I can't stop. I says, I'm on phone.
I'm on the
I thought,
phone.
well, I'm not going to say I'm doing a live stream, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I says, I can't. I says, I've got somebody on phone. I says, I've had to put it on hold while I come to the door. I says, because I thought it was my husband.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, because just in case you locked him out, right? No.
Well, you see, with me being here on my own, I lock the doors anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's lurking about. So obviously I heard this knock and I thought, well, it don't usually come home at this time. So I thought, well, I better go and answer it. So I went to the door, and same as I say, you were there with this folder and we could save you hundreds of pounds. And I kept saying, I can't talk, you know.
Yeah, and they keep pushing.
Yeah. Well, can I at least leave you my card? I says, yeah, you can. I says, but I'm not saying I'm going to, you know, I thought anything to get him away.
That's right. Get out of my house.
You know, they try all these tactics. Well, we could save you hundreds of pounds a year and whatever.
Yeah. I know we have those guys here all the time from the telephone company. We get solicitors for different charities and stuff like that. Pizza places coming to our door. I'm like, okay, you guys have nothing better to do.
And Christopher says, don't you have no solicitations on your front door? Even if you put a thing in, you know, cold callers will be ignored or whatever, they still ignore that anyway and still knock on your door.
Yeah, they do.
Then you've sort of got what we call the God Squad.
Yeah.
They always come in knocking on the door. You know, and they're thrusting this, you know, whatever it is, leaflet into it. And I kept saying, look, you know, I don't appreciate you coming and knocking on my front door, trying to preach to me, you know, etc.
Yeah, you know, like I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, but see, the thing for me is, like, I don't force my beliefs on anybody. It's to each his own, you know.
Well, this is it.
We have people coming here.
It tends to be the Church of Latter-day Saints that
Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, they come here too. Like, I know the last time they came here, I said, look, I believe in God. I know, you know, I know where I'm going when I die. I said, so you don't need to come knock on my door anymore, because they push so hard, you know.
You know, so then they go on sort of a rant about, you know, do you believe in, like, you know, and I says, well, look, what my beliefs are has got nothing to do with you, and I'm not going to stand discussing it on my front doorstep, what I believe and what I don't believe.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like, you either believe or you don't. And I mean, I love everybody no matter what. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't change my opinion whether you do or not. You know, you're still my friend and I still care for you.
Well, this is it. You see, same as I've said. I mean, I don't discriminate against gay men or lesbians or what colour of your skin is or your sexuality or anything. You know, so long as you're nice to me, then I'll return the favour. You know what I mean? But
that's right.
In another respect, I mean, like, Pixie's mum and dad are very religious and they're very religious Christians. But same as Pixie says, you know, we don't need it ramming down his throats every 5 minutes, you know.
Right.
You know, we believe... you know, you believe what you believe in, and that's your own personal, you know, belief system. You know,
my dad used to be that way, eh?
Hey, Mel.
Hi, Mel. How are you?
You know, you don't need people stood on your doorstep preaching to you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree with you, Christopher. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I do. I have a book that I'm reading and whatever, but I mean, you either tune in or you don't. My dad used to be, when he first became a Christian, he was very like, throw it in your face. It would, as myself, we call it throwing up the gospel on people. That's what we call it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I mean,
no,
I'm going to love my friends no matter what, if they're Christians, if they're not Christians, if they're, you know, gay or they're, you know, we all bleed the same. That's my theory.
Yeah, exactly. The same as I say, you see, just over a year ago, in April, just over a year ago, my mum passed away. Now, believe it or believe it not, she lived right next to a Methodist church.
Right.
Now, she wasn't very religious herself.
Yeah.
And it were basically, she was cremated, but the service wasn't a religious service. It was service conducted by a celebrant, basically just what it says on the box, to celebrate her life.
Yeah.
But not in a religious way.
Yeah. And that's, you know what? I know I said when I go, I said I don't want anybody to mourn. I want them all to celebrate me because, you know, I didn't live a bad life, and my reason for getting up every morning is my 4 boys, you know, and my daughter. Well, I look for her still, you know.
Well, that's it. Crimson says, yeah, I don't judge people, even have some friends that are bi. As long as you are a good person and do well to others, I respect you. So, and this is my sentiments exactly. You know, you be nice to me and I'll be nice in return.
Yeah.
But I you know, I did one live stream and I put sort of, don't mistake my tears for weakness.
Yeah, exactly. No. I do a thing with our church every year. It's called a challenge, like a Hamilton challenge, because but what it is we visit different denominations. Like last year we went to a mosque to visit, to see like how they practice, what they do and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was fun. Like I enjoyed it myself.
Well,
Like
you see, this is the thing. I mean, at my lad's school, it weren't recently, it was a few years ago, they was taking the pupils out and they was visiting a mosque.
Yeah.
And I said to them, you know, my son isn't religious. I says, but to me, making my son visit a mosque is not on, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he can learn about the cultures and different things while he's in school, but actually making it, it's like if it were a church, or it'd be the same thing, you know, making him visit a place of worship,
you
know, that he doesn't practice, to me is wrong. You know, by all means teach him the different religions, etc. in school, but to actually make him visit a place, you know, where, you know, in my mind, like in the Muslim church or in the mosque, they segregate the men and the women.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, but to me, that is wrong, segregating, you know, but that's their religion. And I do appreciate the different religions, but forcing my son to go to a mosque.
Yeah. I think it should be a choice, you know. It's like here with health class here, we get a note home about health class, you know. Are you going to allow your son to go into that health class, or do you not want him to go into that health class?
Well, basically, that's the same thing that we had. We had a thing home. Do you give him your permission? Give us your permission for him to visit a mosque? And I said no.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind him learning about the different religions, etc. But to force a child that isn't a Muslim to visit a mosque, to me, that is wrong.
Yeah, I think they should have given him a choice, or the students a choice, whether they wanted to go or not. Yeah, and that's not fair to them to not give them that. Yeah.
Well, the same as I said, you know, I mean, I don't mind them teaching different religions in school, which they do. You know, like Catholics and atheists and Muslims and Buddhism and etc. I don't mind them teaching them about that in school, but trying to force them to go to a mosque, to me, is wrong.
Yeah, like I visited a mosque. That we had a group that went in this challenge. We visited a Hindu temple. We visited actually it's called a gurdwara, which is like what do you call it? Hindu, or is it well, you know what I mean, with the
Yeah,
turbans and everything.
yeah.
We went to visit that. They fed us. They were the nicest people I've ever met.
But that was your choice to visit that place, not sort of,
Yeah.
You weren't being forced to visit them places. It was your choice to visit them.
That's right. Yeah. And I mean, there's so many different things in our educational system nowadays that I don't agree with. And it's, they've changed a lot over the years since we went to school, and it blows me away with what they think they can get away with these days. I mean, I'm ready to homeschool my kids.
Yeah, I sort of, I don't mind them, same as I say, teaching the different religions to children, but at the end of the day, it's their choice to make what religion they follow.
Absolutely. And I mean, Osby, what did he say? Same as boys' school and girls' school. I was so upset when I was in on old boys grammar school in Birmingham, and then Crimson said, well, when he was in school, there was actually kids, Muslim kids, that would leave the room just to be when O Canada was playing.
Well, that in many respects is wrong, because you're in that country, and it's like here in the UK. I mean, we've got the British national anthem, and Muslims have got their beliefs, and English people have got their beliefs. There's a lot of
we say
Cheery Giggles has said, interesting, why would they force them to visit the mosque? They wasn't forcing them to visit the mosque. We got a form home asking for their permission to take him to visit a mosque.
Yeah.
But to me, I didn't agree with it. Same as I say, I don't mind them teaching the children different religions in school, so when they're of an age that they can choose the religion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I agree with Mel too. As Mel said, we should all have the right to choose, and that's the thing. Like, as adults, we have the right to choose what we do and what we don't. So why should they take school children's choice away from them and what they should be able to do and what they shouldn't? That's hard.
And Osby Chandy says, I was a milk monitor.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Italy is where Italy is on the map. Yeah.
And Christopher Bartram says that hour could be used teaching them where Italy is on the map. Same as I say, I don't mind teaching different religions in school, because the school that Callum goes to is a multiracial school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I lived in Brampton when I was younger, where Crimson is, and I mean, I loved it there. And I mean, but now if you go there it's like 90% Muslims, and and they started calling it Bramladesh because there was so many of them there.
Yeah. But
and...
I mean, I'm of this opinion as well. Like, you get the immigrants coming over to the UK. Now, to me, you're coming to a country that's not your own. So in my respect, a lot of the immigrants isolate themselves.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
To me, that's another thing I find that's wrong, that they're isolating themselves. Why not join in the culture of the British or the USA or whatever country you're emigrating to? Why don't you embrace that you came here for a reason? And to me, if I was visiting, let's say, France, you embrace that country's cultures.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's respect, and like I said before, we all bleed the same. It doesn't matter to me what color you are, what and ethnicity, what religion, whatever. I'm one of those people who's like, I just don't understand why we all can't just get along.
Well, this is the thing, you see, and same as I say, they do. What how can I put it? ostracize themselves in some ways because they want their own people around them. And to me, if you're coming to the UK or the US, you have got to
adjust.
Yeah, you've got to, you know, make most of your surroundings and, you know, the wonderful world that is around us, and embrace it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it would be the same as if we went to their country, you know, like we'd have to adjust and embrace there because they have certain rules, you know. So, but that, well, what are you going to do, right?
Well, it's, you know, it's the same, I think, everywhere. You know, you've got, like, where we live in Sheffield, there's certain parts of Sheffield that are mostly Muslim people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, all well and good, you make a living for yourself, then all well and good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Hazy Days.
Hazy, how are you? How's the sub count going? Everybody's trying to get sub to Hazy Days because he's trying to get 1K.
Yeah,
so
I keep
anybody's not subscribed to Hazy Days.
I hit 700, Jeanette.
Pardon?
I hit 700.
Oh, I got always on 919. He only wants 81 more. I don't think we're going to get that in here today.
Yeah.
And also,
I hit
it says
700.
it's a hard topic and there are lots for and against changes, but it's too hard for me. Well, some say, I mean, it's, you know, something that's out there, and, you know, it's,
yeah.
You know, we all started this when the guy knocked on the door about wanting to change the gas and electric.
Oh, bad timing. Goodbye.
Yeah, same as I say, you know, and I still say to them, you know, if I want to change my gas and electric supplier, I come to you, not the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I always give the excuse, my husband's not home right now. He makes all the decisions. I gotta go.
Well, I sort of tried that one. I says, well, my husband's not here at the moment. You know, I says, basically the gas and electric and everything's in his name. So I've got no, you know, no right to change if I wanted to. But, you know, I always say to them, well, you know, if I wanted to change my supplier, I'd approach you, not the other way around, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I heard DIY Misfit.
I just checked my my count. I'm at 700.
And Marie says, if I went to another country, I'd want to learn their ways. Well, I said exactly the same thing. You know, you embrace that country's, you know, the ambience of the country, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. Morning, DIY Misfit. And yeah, cheery giggles. You know, I have a lot of friends out here that think the same thing about the government, that it's just population control sometimes, the way the government is.
So I'm laughing at Hazy Daisy says, just say no thanks and close the door. I mean, I tried that one too.
Yeah, they stick their foot in
like, thrust a card in your hand and say, well, if you change your mind, you know, where's my card? And when I came in, I says, well, I know where that's going. It's going straight in bin.
Yeah. Crimson.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
You're awake, yeah?
I'm good. I'm fully awake now. And, you know, my sleeping schedule's all over the place as any other YouTuber out there. But, you know, it's 5 a.m. and I'm awake now. So.
Yeah, I was up.
But I love this topic you guys are talking about. This is a good topic.
It is. It's a hard thing, though.
It's a touchy subject, but you know, it's got to be said. Same as I say, and Misfit says government can't control themselves, let alone anything else. Well, it's same here in the UK. You know,
well, that's the thing in Canada. It's like we're all about being a melting pot. So it's like we kind of embrace the differences, but it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like little individual sections within Toronto. You know what I mean? Like Toronto's a perfect example of a melting pot.
Yeah, there's Kensington Market where all the Chinese and Asian are, and then there's, you know, the Muslim community, and there's the Italian community, and yeah, it's all separated pretty much.
Jerry Giggle says, tell them you wish the devil they will leave quick smart. Well, I often say to them, I mean, like when I get the Latter-day Saints lot knocking on the door, you know, if you don't get out my face, a punching face often offends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they are commercial. They are persistent, you know, and you know, and I keep saying, well, you know, you're on my doorstep, you're trespassing on my property. Yeah. If you don't go, you know, a punching face often offends, but does this face look bothered, sort of thing? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's like they've got blinkers on and earplugs in, you know, sort of, you know, a lot of times I'm not interested, leave me alone, bye.
I don't want to join. I don't want to join any religion where I have to drink the punch at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Well, I mean, the thing is, even I was watching a young lady that I have that I support, and she was talking about as a light skin, or she called it a brown skin girl. There's even diversity there as well, but in that community as well, just because of skin color sometimes, and the, you know, and whatever. She said she couldn't believe the way some people think, and you know, it's even in the white community. I mean, we make fun of each other all the time, the different, you know, like it doesn't matter, like black, white, yellow, brown, green, it doesn't matter, like you know, we all have.
I know what you're saying, because it's like I'll make fun of any race equally, and I mean well, but it's just like we're all the same at the end of the day.
From my point of view, we all breathe the same air.
Exactly. Yeah. We just all look different. We have different variations of skin color. Big deal.
We all bleed red in the end, right? So.
Well, that's it.
I don't.
And we all, you know,
I bleed crimson.
It's like we all come into the world the same. We all go out of this world the same. Yeah. No matter what religion, what skin color, or whatever you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Nowadays, it seems like a trend to like be offended and to jump on the offended train. It just seems like everybody wants to just call everybody out for being offended by something, and it's just getting out of hand. People need to just man up, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's even like, and I'll say this too. There's even Christians that I've watched. You know, when they go to these rallies and they have great big signs and they're being aggressive and everything like that. And that's not, I don't like that. Like you're pushing it, like I said to Jeanette, we call it like just throwing up the gospel on people. Like you can't do that to people. If anything, that turns them more away from Christianity than anything or any other, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that to people.
It's like the 420 march in Toronto. It's like you'll see like protesters fighting with police, and like they're getting in the police's face. It's like you're not going to get it legalized. You're not making a point when you're like, you know, getting in the cop's face and you're going to hit the horse and everything. You know what I mean? Like people, it's all about the approach, I guess.
Yeah, I like what Christopher just said here. He says, to be honest, peace is a lie. Everyone is passionate about whatever it wants. You want. You guys are passionate about faith. To think there will be peace is naive. Yeah.
That's a skeptic. That's very skeptical.
Paul Michael said, one human race in my view, I genetic. That's it. You know, same as I've just said, we all breathe the same air.
Yeah.
You know, to me, race, colour, sexuality doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah.
Like, we've come so far, but we still have a long way to go when it comes to that.
Huge. Yeah, huge. Yeah.
And another thing I come out with as well when they're knocking on my door and they're trying to, sell me something or whatever, I always say to them, look, I haven't had my coffee yet, so beware.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You might want to run now.
Yeah. I don't function.
Like, fair warning.
I don't function well without my coffee, so no offense, but
Yeah. Yeah. My dad invites them in. He's like, "Oh, come on in. Let's have a chat." And of course, then by the end of it, it's like that one. I forget who said it earlier about Marge in The Simpsons. Like, she had invited the person in, and next thing you know,
that was me.
Yeah, that was you. They're running out the door to get away from Marge.
She was so sad too. She's like, "Oh, I was so bored. I had Jehovah Witnesses in, but they left when I was getting coffee."
Oh dear.
Oh well, you know what? The thing is, it all comes down to it in the end that we're all living on the same earth, and you know what? We all have to live here. We might as well just get along and.
Well, that's it. That's my view exactly. But
exactly, and like, there's those people that's like, "Oh, drama. I don't like drama." It's like, there's gonna be some drama. Everybody fights. It's just how you approach it. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Jerry Giggles has just said we have a Christian priest who is being charged with more than 100 counts of sexual abuse against small boys. My point is not the religion; it's the person.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? There's some well, look at Jimmy Swaggart, Peter Popoff, Jim Baker. Like, those guys there were like prominent ministers, and even they messed up. So I mean,
I've heard of the name Peter Popoff in a rap song. I never knew who that was until now.
Yeah, you should go and watch a video of him if you can, Crimson. I never did like the way he did it. He comes off as just overzealous and everything else, and then you find out all this stuff about him, and it's like, the one guy I really respect is Billy Graham, because even he knew he had teams that would be, "Oh, Billy, you can't be doing this, you're going to be in the media and they're going to accuse you of this." They were watching for him what could get him in trouble.
It's like this this movie producer, whatever. In my view, and I always say this, what they call, they've got a God complex. They think they're untouchable because they're famous.
Yeah, exactly. We're all human. I mean,
who's made you better than anyone else? And the phrase comes to mind. When stars or whatever, let's say they get done for drinking and driving. Well, do you know who I am? Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if they say the term, "Do you know who I am?" That's when you know your ego's gotten the best of you.
It's you're only same as you or I. You're a person. You're a human being. What gives you the right to do what you do? Because you're famous.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, if anything, because you're in the spotlight, you need to be extra careful. But
I mean, it's like, I don't know whether you've heard of Anton Deck, Ant McFartlane. He got done for drink driving.
Yeah.
Why should he be treated any different from anybody else? Because he's a star. He got his own car and crashed into several parked vehicles because he was blotto.
Yeah.
What gave him the right to go and get absolutely blotto and then think that he can get behind the wheel of a car and drive down the road?
Yeah.
I feel they get the way they are because they feel that, some people, they work extra hard, so they get that entitlement where it's like they get this big ego where it's like, well, I put in the work, and it's just like everybody, you got to start from somewhere. A lot of people have that mentality.
Shop girl, came in a while back. I didn't say hello.
Oh,
hello, Nick.
hi. Well, see, yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. And even Mel said Mel agrees with everything that you're saying. I mean, the thing is, like, when they have money and stuff, sometimes the money takes over them, and they just end up worshiping the money, and then they can pay off the judges. They can pay off, like we had a police officer here. I don't know if you remember it, Steve, but it's just he got away with everything. I was sitting in court with a friend of mine, and this police officer beat the crap out of his wife, and you know what he got? A warning and a suspension.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not about law anymore. It's like who you know and like what your power is.
Yeah, but to me, I mean, that's all wrong. You know what I mean? Because you've got money, just because you're famous, why should you be treated any different to Joe Bloggs on the street?
Yep, that's right.
For somebody to get behind the wheel of a car absolutely blotto, in the UK, basically you get the book thrown at you. So why should he be any different than anybody else just because he's got money?
Yeah, exactly. He should.
And it infuriated me. In the papers the next morning, it says it was served with Pete. They got a takeout for him in prison. Yeah. Well, in the police cell. You know what I mean? If that were sort of you or I, we'd get what everybody else gets.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, here's another example. I know this celebrity, he had unlicensed machine guns, and he only got 1 year in prison. And I'm like, anybody else would have had a longer time than that. That's for sure. Like,
exactly.
Like, who needs?
It's just because you're famous, because you're a well-known star. What gives you the right to be treated any different to anybody else?
Well, look at Carla.
And why do you need a machine gun?
Exactly.
Well, look at Carla Homolka. I mean, she had computers, and she was able to do. She had a luxurious looking cell when they showed her cell before she got out of jail. And I mean, if they're going to make it luxurious, of course they're not going to care if they're going to jail or not. They're like, oh, I'll just get everything I get when I'm out on the outside, anyways.
I totally agree. Prison is supposed to be a deterrent. Yeah. Not, oh, well, I'm going to prison for so long, Yeah.
It's like I get channels 1 to 30 and a decent room and board. It's like I'm good to go. That's how some people are.
There's money talks and BS walks, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's...
I think I can handle jail, but the only thing I couldn't handle is the food. Like, the food to me would just be... I couldn't deal with the food. Yeah. There'd be a big adjustment there. That's probably the only thing.
I'd be begging them to let Mrs. P send me food.
I know, if Miss P was the cook, Miss P was the cook, I'd never leave prison.
I'll make sure I keep that in mind then, Crimson.
Yeah, we may find him there soon. No.
If she starts sending like baking,
if you ever have to go to prison, I'll make sure I'm one of the cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, we'll put a nail file.
I can see Jeanette. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say I could see Jeanette putting like a nail file in. She's like, "Shh, Crimson. Here's a nice cream pie."
Yeah.
Inside the cream pie is like a nail file.
Or special toothpaste that melts the bars on the window.
That's very James Bond, Rita. I love it.
Yeah.
And Mel says he could do freestyle battles from your cell, Crimson.
Yeah.
That's extreme credibility right there. If you're rapping from a jail cell.
Yeah, exactly.
Hiya, Hazel's Reptiles. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Did you see what Emily said? Oh my God, not the cream pie again.
only thing we want now is where's Dave?
Yeah.
I know. Dave? Vlog is. Where's Vlog? It's been a while.
It's been a day. I said it on Keith yesterday that I'd probably go live this morning. He says, I think he does his radio show, I think, on the Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh, yeah, yesterday. The Bedrock thing.
Everybody and the dog would want to come to the same prison as Crimson were in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. As long as Crimson's here, we'll all join.
Mrs. P's in kitchen cooking.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mel will be the entertainment. You know, like we don't get TV. We just get Mel. He just stands on stage with a microphone. That's our entertainment.
See, this is Mrs. P's the cook. Mel's our entertainment. And Pixie can take views of everything with his drone.
Yeah, he's like security.
It fly supplies in with the drone.
Yep, that's right. Sneak them in. And Kate, I don't know. We got to put Kate to work too.
Got the good ones in.
I feel like Keith would be the guy that brings your family in to be like, it's okay. You know, this is like gives you kind of like a tour, lets you go into the visitation area. That would be Keith.
Yeah,
you'd
that
be perfect
would be good
for that.
Kate. Yeah. Good morning, God from the God the One. How are you?
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I was actually hoping to talk to Kate too this morning. Every time I come on, she disappears on me.
I do know little and haven't been very well just lately. I think she said she'd got a ear infection and a not chest infection, tonsillitis, I think.
Oh no.
No, that's not good.
You know, and I says to her, you know, come on if you can, and if you have to go, then you have to go, sort of thing. So
yeah.
But so it's all right. We're just trying to think of roles that everybody could play while Crimson's in prison.
Yeah.
What am I in prison for?
I don't know.
It's gonna be a celebrity type thing, like like driving without a license or something. Like something stupid like that.
We've got
a DUI. I've had one too many DUIs.
Why in prison in first place?
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm gonna say this is my final DUI. We're gonna leave it at that. I'm driving under the influence, baby. That sounds believable, right? There we go.
So now we've got a reason why he's in prison in first place.
I just can't say no to driving and drinking.
That's it. Did I just read that right? Did Hazel's reptiles reach 3,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
No, congrats. That's a big feat right there.
And Eagle VP reached 2K the other day.
That's awesome. And I reached 700 this morning. I was just really happy. Like, I started I'd say 4 months now, and I'm already at 700. I was blown away. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Well, I was just actually looking, and Pixie did a thanks for the 700. I'm just trying to see when it was.
Yeah, I need 50 more to get to 1.4K.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I've been like in the same spot for like months now. I'm just like, I'm over it. Like my second channel's growing quicker.
I was at 7. It says, thank you for getting me over 700 friends. And it says it was 3 months ago.
Wow. And what is he at now?
No, that were me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't been on YouTube a year till I don't know, June or July.
Yeah.
When I
when I started.
Yeah, this is around the time I just met you, Jeanette. Yeah.
Well,
so it's been about a year.
Was on the I'm a Creator community. When I joined that, it was about a month and a half ago now, and I was only at 150. And I'm at 700 now. Like that blows me away at how fast I've grown. And it's, but I mean, it's thanks to you guys too, right? So.
No, I'm glad you guys are growing quick. Like, I know my channel, it's going to take a while for me to grow because of my content, but I'm cool with my slow progression. You know what I mean? It's taken me 2 years to get to where I am.
Yeah.
Well, the same as I say, I mean, Pixie's on 1,700 and something now, so he's going to be at 2K very, very soon.
Yeah. So I'm just reading.
I just want my second channel to get to like 200 or 300. Like that's more. I want to like see more growth there. I'm okay with my first channel.
What's your other channel? Because I don't know if I support that one.
Oh, that's Crim Steve. It's just all one word, and it's mostly like gaming and like reviews on like movies and stuff. I'm going to start doing, but yeah, I don't really upload on that one as much as I do on Crimson, but I'm going to soon.
I'm just looking Crimson now. I was going to put a link in.
Oh, I wish I knew how to do that.
Yeah, I'm so afraid that like like when you're on the phone and you're doing a live stream, I'm afraid of like canceling the call, so I just like keep the window open. I'm just like I'm not touching anything, you know what I mean? If I'm on a phone call. Yeah, because I've done it before. I've closed the window, like I thought like you can minimize it. Like, oh crap, I just hung up the call. Like I'm just
well, this is a good one. I were on 1,070 yesterday, and I'm now down to 1,063.
What?
Whoa, that's a big jump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's one channel that I've been trying to help. She's such a sweet young lady, right? It's Emily the Narwhal, and it was she hit 200, or sorry, she hit over 150 because she'd been trying for months, right? And then all of a sudden, she got a whole bunch. Because she came on one of James Cox's lives, and then the next day her dad is like, we just lost 20 supporters in one snap. And I'm like, that's got to be YouTube going through and redoing everything, because there's no way you can drop 20 people in one shot.
But they do.
Or it's either that or there's someone with like multiple accounts, because I remember I had like the same 5 subs leaving and coming back, and it made my analytics look like a bar graph. Like literally.
Oh, wow.
So there's some people that do that. They'll unsubscribe 5 times and resubscribe 5 times. So if you see it going up and down like that, that's a good indicator that you have trolls.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, man, for weeks and weeks and weeks now, it's been up, down, up, down, up. You know what I mean? And then you can I might get up in the morning and have like 1,075. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad at the moment. So I'm still trying to do Crimson's. That is Crimson's second channel.
Okay.
Yeah, Strange Destiny just made me a banner. I'm going to be uploading it soon, so it's gonna. It looks really nice.
Says I'm at 49 now.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Hi,
nice.
Sahara. How are you?
Oh my God.
And Paul Michael Bain says, I'm happy with a very small audience. Well, this is it. Same as I say, in recent weeks, man, sort of been, since I hit the 1K, it's been up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yeah, it's fine to have a small audience. I understand that. But at one point, it's like you put in all this work, you put in all this time. It's a fun putting in the work. But at the end of the day, you kind of just want people to see your work. You want to be recognized for what you do, but at the same time you're doing it for the fun, it's kind of like you want your work to pay off, given the fact we're not getting paid.
Cheery Giggle says that's because YouTube mark these as spam and delete those subs.
Yeah,
it's the people that don't watch you, they delete.
And Mel trolls are everywhere. You know what? And speaking of that, Mel, last night, I don't know if either one of you were on James Cox's live last night, but there's a Gorilla Bear Tech. He's an awesome guy. He does drones as well, and he does a ton of different stuff, but he goes live a lot. Well, there's a guy that's created a separate account. He's taken Gorilla's logo. He's like uploaded a couple of his videos.
Oh, the cloning thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, this guy
goes, oh, check it's out the new thing that's going around.
So stupid.
It's like if you see if you see that happen, guys, you got to make sure to check the whole channel out. Don't just check the front part, because a lot of times, like, they will like copy and paste everything about their channel. So it's like they'll come into your chat and they'll say outlandish things. You'll be like, oh, Hazel's reptiles. You know what I mean? For example.
Yeah.
And you look, and it's not even Hazel's reptiles. It's just a clone.
Yeah, I've seen a few. Can you remember when Pixie was having all them trouble with them trolls?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
The actual YouTube moderator came in because he was having a hell of a lot of problems with trolls, and there was actually Pixie had got notified before he went live. There'll be a YouTube moderator. This is the name, YouTube moderator, and a certain number will be joining your chat and keeping an eye on the chat, etc.
Yeah.
Now, when the trolls actually came in, it'd say comment noted. You know what I mean? And they didn't say anything in the chat. There was just moderating it, basically just watching. And one of the trolls actually tried to clone the moderator's thing, and it says YouTube moderator, but it were a different number.
Bye, Mel. Have a good sleep.
Bye, Mel.
Yeah, you have a good sleep.
And welcome back. Raven just came back too, so Midnight Raven.
Welcome
I know
back.
if you keep seeing me looking down, I have my phone here sitting beside me, so I'm watching the comments here.
You know, so obviously we knew that this YouTube moderator and then a number, because it were different from the one that Pixie had been sent, we knew it were a troll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
and so they even tried cloning the YouTube moderators thing.
Brother. That's just, see, and this is a thing, like, if you went onto this guy's fake channel, right, you could see, like, he does a lot of lives, and this channel had no lives at all. Oh, sorry, that was my alarm clock. But yeah,
that's an awesome alarm clock, by the way. What a great way to wake up.
It's that Happy Day from Sister Act. So
yeah.
But yeah, no.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying, like, this guy, he went on his channel, and Gorilla Bear Tech does a lot of live streams, and this guy had no live streams. But the one thing James said is check in the about section.
Yeah.
And if you look in the about section, you can tell from there, you know, and I'm already supporting Gorilla Bear Tech, so it's like I know right away that it wasn't him.
Yeah, because it says when you've joined YouTube last, and if it says like you joined like 5 days ago, you know that's like kind of bull.
Yeah.
But it basically Pixie classes them as keyboard warriors. They've got nothing better to do than cause mayhem and, you know, whatever on people's channels.
It's more of a reflection on them than it is about you or their your channel.
Yeah,
it's more about
the funny
them.
thing is, they're still getting the view from all of that, so I don't see how it, you know, what they think they're doing.
Yeah, it's a matter of just doing a little research on YouTube, and you'll see that you're wasting your time.
I know I'm going back to the subject, but it's like people that, you know, you have problems with, they come to put thumbs down.
Yeah.
You know, and Drone Worship actually did a thing about thumbs down. Naturally, if you monetize, etc., you get paid more for thumbs down than you do thumbs up.
Oh wow, that's different. I didn't know that.
It's true. When I get dislikes, like I get kind of more views than normal. It's weird. It's like the more dislikes you get, the more exposure YouTube gives you.
I mean, you know, I mean, when I first started, and I didn't get thumbs down for a long time, but then you get people coming and giving you thumbs down, and at first it used to bother me. And then Pixie says, well, look at it this way. One, you're getting the view.
Yep.
Two,
and exposure.
Yeah. And then when I watched this Drone Worship video, he actually put the analytics up on the page to prove that you do actually get paid more for thumbs down than you do thumbs up.
That's cool.
When you monetized, etc. I mean, I ain't got the watch time or anything, so
yeah.
So at the end of the day, guys, we're turning your hate into, like, nice little green bills.
I kind of like that YouTube has done that in a way, because it's kind of an incentive for YouTubers. And not an incentive like, I don't know how to say it, but I mean, it's like, you sit there, you think, oh, great, they're giving me thumbs down and whatever. And it's like, no, you know what? That's more encouragement. That's what I was looking forward to.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like Pixie gets like 4 or 5. And I says, well, think at dollar.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I always say, like, people are bugging me, and it's funny. They always talk about, how people talk behind our backs and how they don't like. And I said, look, at least they're leaving someone else alone.
But so, some, as I say, at first it used to bother me, but basically I couldn't give a monkey's now, thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care either way. You know what I mean? And Midnight Raven says, I get a lot of dislikes, yay me, that's the way you've got to look at it. They sit behind, they think they're being clever, and sort of laughing and what's saying, oh, I've given her a thumbs down,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not everybody's going to like what you do anyway.
You've got to have the attitude of,
yeah.
So what, you don't like me.
I triggered my haters one time. One time I hid.
Bothered, you've got to sort of have that sort of attitude.
Yeah. No, I hid my likes and dislikes. I tried it one video, and because I was getting like dislikes every single video, so I was like, I tried that one time. They went to my second channel and started doing it on there. So it's like they have the bell on just to dislike your stuff. I'm like, it's like the reverse Bizarro world liking YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird. It's weird. You might as well just hit the like button,
You see, as well, I mean, Raven's it upon this, at least say why you don't like it, give a reason why you don't like it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've had those, yeah, and I've actually improved from it. Or
is it just me you don't like, either way, I couldn't give a
rat's patootie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't give a rat's patootie what people did, what they don't like, like.
Cheery Giggles says, kill trolls with kindness, always thank them for their time, and that's what I always do, Oh yeah, I've got.
I improved.
I've got a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Does his face look bothered? No.
Yeah.
You can thumbs down me all you like. I don't care.
Yeah. What was that?
Like,
Steve?
I used to get a lot of trolls. I used to get a lot of trolls for my rapping, and the thing about it was, I took what they said and I applied it, and I got better at it. They actually give advice. You just got to get through the shit. You know what I mean? And you can actually see
as you've made it things to work on. And that's exactly what Pixie says to me. He says, well, you've made it big. He says, when you get in trolls or thumbs down, somebody out there is jealous of you and your channel and what you've done with your channel and whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My friend
some
Michelle,
people encourage dislikes. Yeah.
My friend Michelle, she's on, and she colors and draws and does artwork while she's doing lives and stuff. And she's had people come on there calling her names and, this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, you know what? Like, that kind of stuff hurts people, because you're creating fake accounts just to come in and insult people.
Well, this is no word of a lie. The 1K giveaway video I did, I got 3 thumbs down on that, and Chris basically sat there and he went, how can anybody possibly give a thumbs down for a giveaway?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man,
I can see them giving a thumbs down if they didn't win and they thought like it was rigged or something. Like, I've seen that happen, but other than that, there's no reason for it. Yeah, there's no reason. You've
got certain channels out there that are just after the supporters. Haven't got any content, don't do any giveaways. At least I'm giving something back and showing my appreciation to the people that support me. Yeah, it's not an expensive giveaway, but I'm giving back to the people that support me, and it's relevant to my channel. because it's a cake mix, if you know what I mean. I wanted to do something that was different from the norm, and I'm giving back to my supporters.
Yeah, it's not like you're giving like a gift card to Amazon. Like you're actually giving something that you can like bake and engage with your channel. It's like I'm baking a cake that Jeanette made. Like to me, that's awesome.
It's something that's relevant to my channel, and everybody knows that comes in and interacts.
Absolutely.
On my channel.
No, I think it was brilliant what you like gave away.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping to win.
Me too.
It's something unusual. It's something relevant to my channel because obviously I'm a baking channel. Hiya, Gregory. How are you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with me, like when I was doing the Q&As, for me, like I'm still small, but I can't afford to do giveaways like in like toys and all this stuff, what people want me to do. What I did for the winner of our Q&A thing is I gave them a special shout out, and I put that video on last night. And Raven won on Monday night there. So I took a screenshot of her channel and I popped that in so that everybody can see who she is and go and check her out and stuff. And that's my prize, you know.
And it's like Gregory Johnson wants me to give away a key lime pie. Well, it'd be a bit soggy or whatever in the post, and it probably won't be one piece. But
yeah, like Rita was saying, and Jeanette, it's like we all have our things for our channels to give back. Like for me, it's like I like giving intros. Like I make intros for people. I like making parodies. I like, you know, like showcasing their channel in a weird, creative way, or just helping them with editing. You know what I mean? Like that's until I get some more money. You know what I mean? Like I want to do a giveaway eventually, but I used to be against giveaways. I thought it was just a way to get people to come in. But the way Jeanette worded it, it's like you're showing appreciation, and that's a whole different perspective. And I'm kind of considering doing a giveaway in the future now.
Well, same as I said as well. I mean, I tried not to make the question too difficult.
Yeah.
Because people that know me and come to my channel regularly, that question is relevant to my personal life, if you know what I mean. So if people visit me often, they'll know the answer to that question.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And the thing too, like Raven said a bit like with the thumbs down thing too, she said that she never got any thumbs down until she left the I'm a Creator community. And you know what? Like, I don't know, I've seen a few people that have left the community and stuff like that. They still support it, but you know, it
I hit on this subject the other day because there's a certain channel that I know that isn't part of that community, but still go in it wanting the support.
Yeah.
And to me, that is wrong. You know, you're not part of that particular community. You've got the audacity to go in that community and ask for support.
Yeah. And then you're giving everybody else thumbs down because they're not part of it, you know.
So I mean, it's you know, I mean, a lot of people go in rant jams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I like his channel.
You know, and that is a lot of people actually go there because they know they can gain support in his channel.
Yeah.
Or on his channel.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's like Green Bay Wacky or like Lunatic Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all the same unless you work at your channel.
Yeah.
And you show your appreciation to the people that it's all right. Anybody can go in anybody's channel and say, I've supported you, I've supported you, I've supported you.
Yeah.
Unless you are actually genuine and you show your support back to the, you know, to the people that join your chats and join your live streams.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's not right. Anybody could go anywhere and get support for support.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, you
I
know,
want to know someone genuinely likes my channel when they support me and they like my content, rather than just having them support me just for the numbers, you know?
Well, that's it.
Absolutely.
Said I had a hacker threaten to rave havoc on my Facebook if I didn't help him. Yeah. Well, to me, that's just plain blackmail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, for me, it's like, I like a lot of channels, but I don't have the time to. But what I'll do is I'll go to a channel and I'll like marathon, like I'll watch like 2-3 videos in a row. Like, I've done it to a lot of channels, and to me, like, that's my way of showing appreciation. You know what I mean? I may not be there right when it uploads, but I will get around to watching it.
It's same with everybody's channel. I mean, like, we've got a community going, as I like to call it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You get certain people that come in all the time, and to me, that is true support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just going in, like, let's say, rant jams, or I am a creator, just basically going there for the support or the subs. You know what I mean?
Like,
and that's
I'll give you
what some of the channels do. They've got no content.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of supporters, but they don't comment or whatever on you know, they don't.
You know what it is?
Of commenting, oh, I like this or I like that, or you know what I mean?
It's sub for sub, like, evolved. Like, it's like what we used to see as sub for sub, and now it's evolved into a live stream.
And it's basically they're out for themselves, not anybody else. They're out for themselves. You know, no sense of community like what we have. You know, I try to go in Night Owls.
Yeah.
I try to go in Crimsons. I go in Midnight Ravens. You know.
Yeah. And it's,
you know, I mean,
like
to me, that is the true meaning of being a supporter. You actually support that person.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And
go ahead, Steve.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, you know, like my interview series, it's like everyone that I've had on my interview series so far, I've developed deep connections with them, like, offline, and I consider them good friends. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I get to know a channel, I get to know a channel, and it's like, that's what I love about YouTube. It's like I've met so many interesting, cool varieties of people, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, too, like, I agree with you totally, Steve. And the thing is, like, Mrs. P or Pixie, I always want to know who's hosting the live so I don't miss it.
Well, that's
exactly.
I mean, and Night Owl also knows that. I mean, we've messaged each other on messengers. Same with Crimson. If you've got a problem and you need some advice, I'm there to help you.
Yeah. And I'm talking.
Oh, Jeanette's good at that. Yeah, Jeanette's very good at giving advice.
Yeah, she's helped me through a couple of situations. I was talking to her the other day about just my ex in general is a bit of a tool, you know. But yeah, she's a great shoulder when you need her, you know.
You know, and to me, that is the whole thing about supporting one another. You know, we've not actually met in person.
Yeah.
You know, like, we've not actually met in person, but same as I said, I'm nearly 56. A lot of the things that people have been through, I've also been through that in my own personal life.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, and if I can just help one person out, then I've done my job correctly, if you know what I mean.
Like, I always come to Pixie's channel and, you know, Jeanette Pickering, like, you know, if I have a controversial idea or if I want to do something on YouTube and I need their advice, they're just like, maybe not, or maybe you should do it this way. Like, I always take their advice for that, for sure, and relationship stuff too. They give all around good advice.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know. I consider you guys pretty much like the community, like a little family and stuff like that. And
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and the hard part about it is, like, I know there's a couple YouTubers that get, if someone goes live at the same time as the other one, they freak out.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
we know those people, Jeanette.
We all have to promote our own channels, you know,
Yeah.
and we have to keep our channels going as well as support our friends and our community's channels as well. So if I end up going live, it's because, you know, it's not because I'm doing it to spite the other person or whatever. It's because first I didn't get a notification that they were on live, or I missed it or whatever. But, you know, it's look forward to
Thorn Draven's in.
Hey, Thorn, buddy, what's going on? A fellow Canadian.
Yay!
We're taking over the British stream.
As long as Mrs. P.
No, I'm saying, like,
good. Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Rita, because, like, I've literally gone on streams and I've gotten off, and, like, people have, like, oh, hey, you went on exactly the same time as I went on. What's up? Yeah. Welcome to the live stream.
Yeah. And Midnight Ravens just said, so with so many supporters, it's not possible to stream when, and we've found this out because, you know, Pixie's been the same as well. And he's sort of come to a conclusion, you know, I'm going to go live whenever I want to. I'm not sort of going to bow down to anybody saying, well, I'm going live at that time. I'm going live at that. You know what I mean? You can't, you'd never be on if you was to stop live streaming when somebody else is live streaming.
I used to do that. And I used to wait until everyone would finish. But as soon as one person would finish and I'm about to go live, I see somebody else go live and I'm like, okay, I'm a mod there. I'm going to go and support them. And then I wouldn't end up going live until about 2 a.m. Like, you remember those days, Jeanette? Like, you'd be waking up at like 5 a.m. and I'm like live streaming. Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Well, this is it. You know, I mean, Paul's just said, you should be able to go live whenever you want. But, you know, you sort of if you're a person, well, I don't want to go live at the same time as this person because I support, and, you know, and they're going to think I've done it just to spite them because I'm going live at the same time they going live.
It feels like drug dealers. It feels like drug dealers, like, you're on my turf. Don't like, you know, live stream on my turf at this hour. You got to do it at this time. That's what it feels like. That sometimes YouTube feels like that.
Yeah. What I do sometimes now to get through that is, like, if I'm on and I see, like, for example, that Pixie's on or that Kate's on or something like that, I'll go on my phone while I'm doing my live stream and chat in their live stream while I'm on it, you know, like it's
well, like we did to Random the other day when we Jeanette rated her stream. Like, we all went and said hi to her because
it was actually Friday night, and because Kate had gone in the morning and Pixie was out with Callum at the wrestling, I says, for a change, because I don't very often do an evening live stream because Pixie wasn't here, and you know, and I says I'm going to do an evening live stream, and Gail actually came up as live, and so you know, in a sense of community, we all said let's go over and raid her channel.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, the thing is, too, and it's hard. Like, I can't imagine you guys at 1,000. I'm struggling. That, like, I wake up every morning and I have like 400 notifications of people that have commented.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it got up the other morning. It got 1,000.
Oh my gosh!
It got 1,000 notifications. Same as he says. You know, he has to work. He goes to work at 7. You know, he has to be at work for 7:30 in the morning. He works till 4 o'clock. So you imagine the amount of notifications he gets when he gets back home.
Well, my kids hate it. Like, they'll borrow my phone to play games on and stuff while I'm watching YouTube videos. And every 2 seconds, you'll hear my phone going ding, 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 because all these notifications coming in.
See, same as Pixie says. He says, I try my best to get round everybody, you know, that's put videos up. I've commented on them as best to his ability, because at the end of the day,
worst is
he's working 8.5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And the worst feeling is to miss like a day. Like if you miss a day or
Oh,
miss
Lord.
2 days of watching videos, they stack up. And then like the anxiety of you're making videos, but you feel like you haven't watched enough. So like you feel like you have to go and watch more. And like I don't like them stacking up like that. I try to watch a few here and there, like, you know, like I mix it up. You know what I mean?
I felt
But
like
I
that
should.
last couple days.
You see, it's like when we booked a holiday, we booked a holiday in the UK, but one of the stipulations was that Pixie made, well, it's got to have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you gotta find Wi-Fi.
Well,
see, that's the
exactly.
thing.
We've got to go somewhere that's got Wi-Fi. I mean, it might be pants Wi-Fi, but you know,
at least it works. Well,
exactly.
see, I had that
You have
the other
access
day.
to it.
Yeah, I felt bad the other day because there's so many people that have been supporting me from the beginning, and it's like I'm trying to make sure that I'm watching all their videos as well as catching up with the new people that I'm supporting. And it's like I feel bad when I'm like, oh crap, I've missed like 3 of their lives or 3 of their uploads. And I'm like, how am I going to catch up on all of this? I need someone who's going to. That's when you need to hire somebody to come in to help you watch these videos.
But then you get those angry YouTubers. I've had angry. I'm not going to name names, but I've had YouTubers come to my channel and they'd be like, "How come you haven't watched my latest video?" I'm like, I'll get to it. I'll watch, like, you know what I say at the end of my like live streams now? I will lurk on your shit real soon, guys. Take it easy.
Exactly.
Like Night Owl says, you know, she's at home all day like myself, but there's no way, even if I stay at home all day, I've got my jobs to do. You can't possibly sit there watching other people's videos all day long, not do anything.
It's funny you said that, Jeanette.
You know, you've got, hey, Peter, how are you?
Hi, Peter.
You know, you can't.
It's funny you say that.
Around everybody's channels, watch every upload that they do. You know, even for me and Night Owl that are at home.
Yeah, you still can't get them all in.
Yeah, when I took a week off and I came back and I watched videos, like all your videos, I literally spent from 9 o'clock till probably about 6 o'clock watching videos. Like literally, that's how many videos I had to watch. But I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I love this job. Like it's, you know, like I love watching your content. I love watching you guys progress.
Wi-Fi in Maccadees. Well, that's it. So if anybody is struggling to get Wi-Fi, go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that.
Midnight rate
struggles real.
Never enough hours in the day. This is what we're saying. Even though we're at home, the majority of the day.
What?
Yeah.
You know, your arse have got to.
But you got to be.
You know, there'd be no dusting or washing or whatever get done if you were to sit there all day watching people's videos.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to comment on that Wi-Fi thing. You got to be careful with like public Wi-Fi's because a lot of like hackers and crypto. Yeah, like I heard this on the news recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I used to use them all the time, like, you know, like when you don't want to use your data on your phone when you're like out and stuff like that. Like,
well, it's like when we go to Asda or /Walmart. I mean, that's like an open Wi-Fi, but when it says it's open Wi-Fi, it is really open Wi-Fi.
Exactly. So like anything can go.
You know, check his notifications or thing, but he don't sort of, you know, do anything other than that while we're in there because it is an open Wi-Fi, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Some open Wi-Fi's will block some sites, you know, like just so like there's no activity going on and stuff, but like you get your basic like Google and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's open and like anybody can like look at your stuff.
Sorry.
And the thing is as well, when Pixie tries to go live from his drone, he has to use the data on his phone because that's the only way he can actually get to go live actually from the drone. And it's same as he says, he likes to do it occasionally because it gives people what he's seeing is what you're seeing.
Say good morning.
Exactly.
Good morning.
Oh.
Hello, Carter. How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Sleepy.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I'm Risa.
Yeah, he's just getting up to get ready for school. He needs a bit like me to wake up before he starts getting ready.
Oh,
that's me when I see Jeanette live.
I'm Pixie.
Yeah.
The grumpy in the morning. Now I get up and I'm, you know, I'm all thingabobbing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like me though. He can get up early and he's good for the whole day because he's really hyper. But Austin, if I let him, he'll sleep till like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is that why we can't see you, Steve? Because you're just not awake yet?
No, I'm pretty much like your son right here. Like that's me when like Jeanette goes live or Keith. It's just like, hi, Jeanette. The other day, I was like half asleep talking to Jeanette and like vlog on the phone. I was just like,
everybody's
remember that?
From my perspective, I mean, that is real support when you're getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning. You know, I mean, it's like, let's say, for instance, I get up at 6 a.m. Pixie's getting ready to go to work. Callum's getting ready to go to school. Now, like I on Mel's this morning. I mean, it was like 2:30 in the morning there. And it you know, it were quite early here, but I managed, I like to show my support that way. Like you and Steve have come on, you know, and Mel was actually cooking. And I says, who the heck cooks at 2:30 in the morning? You know, I says, I'm away with fairies at 2:30 in the morning. I don't know about you, but I'm away with fairies at 2:30 in the morning, not stood cooking over.
I may cook in like 2:30 in the morning, but that's usually like if I've had a couple of drinks or, you know, like I've gone to the club and I've come home, you know what I mean? You know, like let's make some like chicken fingers and put it in the oven. You know what I mean? Like that's when I eat.
Or that Big Mac you grabbed on the way home.
Like you're just like, I want chicken fingers and like pop.
I'm in trouble. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Carter, Midnight Raven said hello. Do you want to say hi, Midnight Raven?
Hi, Midnight Raven.
I know how you feel.
Oh my gosh. You guys should come on one of my lives when I'm doing like on Friday, probably about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna come on and do that Harry Potter Q&A thing. And you should watch how hyper he is when he's awake.
Definitely. I'll come check you out for sure.
Same as I say, I'm a bit old and too long. I like to be, but I mean, yeah, you know, sort of trying to catch everybody's live streams. Like we're on Night Owls the other day when she were doing the question and answer. You know, Pixie got get up for work the next morning, and we said, you know, we're not stopping long, but wanted to come and show you support.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it when even if people pop in for 2 minutes, and I know this sounds silly, but it makes me feel good that people come in when I'm about to close down the live. But it makes me sad because I'm like, oh great, they just came on and now I'm shutting down. Like,
well, I know that feeling. I always try to stay a little longer.
You know, you have to draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's you know, I mean, like sort of past live streams, I've gone on for nearly 3 hours, and you know, you start off with about 5 or 6 people in. Like now, I've got 12 people in. You know what I mean? But you sort of have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
Super panel. Pixie said super panel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I was watching one YouTuber I don't know if you guys watch, is Omar Gosh. I like watching his abandoned ones, and he does different things, right? But he has like 80 people in his chat at one time. I'm like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, but you have you seen Uber Goober lady? She's asked 200 in.
I can't imagine.
Like, God, how can you know, you'd be going like this, watching comment, you know.
Yeah.
And Midnight Raven says she's going to have to swat up on
she's going to have to
just
swat up on Harry Potter if you're doing a Harry Potter theme
Yeah, well, she won on Monday, so if she wants to win, I'm gonna do the older questions first, then the newer ones. So, if you study up, you'll do good.
I've seen the first one, and I know that there's a service dog named Fluffy. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's in
all I
the second
remember.
one.
Oh, that's the second one?
Yeah, Fluffy's in the second one. Or no,
Okay,
you're
so I
right.
saw.
I'm sorry. You know what? You're right, Steve. Fluffy's in the first one. Thank you, Carter.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I saw it like a long, long, long time ago, so I didn't remember which one it was, but I just remember that. I remember Fluffy. I thought that was so funny.
Fluffy the three-headed dog. How do you call that Fluffy?
It's like calling your dog like Kitty. It's like, come here, Kitty, and like this big dog comes over. It's like it's kind of funny. You know?
Crimson.
What's that?
What's that?
That picture you sent me via Messenger.
Oh my god, I was waiting for you to call me out on that.
What exactly is it? Is it what I think it is?
I sent a picture to Strange Destiny and Jeanette Pickering of my dog taking a dump.
Oh.
Because I just put oh my, and I thought, well, now is it what I think it is?
Yeah, there's my fur baby right here, sticking her butt in the camera. Is he hi?
Oh, what's your cat's name?
Fluffy.
Oh, Fluffy. That's awesome. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, well, that's why when you said it, I started giggling because I'm like, my cat's name is Fluffy, but she's part Persian, part Himalayan, so she is a great big fluff ball, right? Let's see if I can get her to look at the camera and say hi. Say hi.
Fluffy's so cute.
Thank you.
Fluffy looks angry.
I turned my camera around, but it took us having a wash at the moment.
Oh, is he?
I'll not tell you what part is washing, but
oh, lovely.
No, I took a picture of that, Jeanette, because she literally takes about 5 minutes. So I just wanted to see what I would show you when she has to go outside. Like literally, it takes her 5 minutes.
In the middle of the road.
Exactly. She's done it in an intersection. Like in the middle of an intersection when I'm walking her, and I have to get across.
I thought, well, it's a change from the norm. People sending me pictures. But that takes the biscuit.
Yeah, this is
definitely
her spot right here. This is where she sits all the time.
Aw, Fluffy's so cute.
Say hi. Say hi. Can you hear her?
I love the eyes.
Yeah, I can hear her purring away.
She snores
too.
Yeah, she snores too. It's funny because I'll be sitting there and I'll hear these weird noises. I'm like, what is that? And I'll look and it's her sleeping.
Well, Pixie, actually, we were sat
my dog snores too.
And we could hear snoring. And what it was, I think I'd had a delivery from Amazon or something. So I'd left the cardboard box on the living room floor. So we looked over and the ginger one was actually asleep in the box.
Aww.
He sort of got his head like that in between his paws, and he were like, and they were making all these weird noises.
I love it. I just love it.
Because it were, if you hadn't seen it, you wouldn't have believed it. All these weird snoring noises they were making. So they do make some weird noises when they're asleep.
Yeah, they do.
Animals are so adorable. Yeah,
I know.
My dog makes snoring noises too, and when she dreams,
I don't know whether yours is the same night owl, but talk about Twitch.
Yeah.
I want to say all three of these, they're twitching and doing all movements in the sleep.
Yeah, they're running after something.
Yeah, and it's either legs is twitching, tails flapping,
Yeah.
And Tucker, the ginger one, I keep thinking he thinks he's a dog.
Well, Fluffy will play fetch.
We gave him these meaty stick things, treat things, and treat biscuits. Well, the stick things. You say to Tucker, sit, and he sits.
Oh.
And then tail's like wagging, like a dog. You know, when a dog.
He does think he's a dog.
That's so cute.
And I often think that he thinks he's a dog.
Yeah. Fluffy will play fetch with me. They have these little things like the Shopkins or whatever. If she gets a hold of one, you could throw it, she'll go after it, and she'll bring it back to you to do it again.
Hiya, James. Old school with a modern twist is James.
Hey, James.
So, yeah, I just thought it were me, Raven, because some say none of the other two do it.
Yeah.
But Tucker, you say sit, and he sits, and Tails there wagging away to actually give it him.
Carter wants a teacup chihuahua.
Yeah, they're like this big.
Yeah, they're like little. They're so cute.
And they always shake, I find. They're a very shaky, nervous dog. Like, it's like, why are you so nervous?
We had a dog, whatever size it were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
guys,
the eldest one is very protective. I mean, you know, they don't fight over food because they've always got food down.
Yeah, true.
But, the black one had got something the other night, and Tucker, the ginger one, went close to him, and he even growls at him.
Oh, wow.
And I would not sort of, it didn't go for him in it. It was just like a warning thing. And basically they were down here, and I could hear, and I looked down, and it were Benny saying, you know, this is mine.
Oh,
can you video
at him in any way, shape, or form? It was just a warning thing to say, well, this is mine. You're not taking what's mine off me.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you videotape that? Me and Destiny will put like narration over it. Like we'll pretend to be the cats.
That would be cool. Yeah. Do like a compilation.
It's just like our dog growls, but it's just his way of warning the other two. Well, this is mine, and it's staying mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like they're showing, like, you know, territory for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's like Fluffy. Sean's like 6'6", my 20-year-old. So when he walks in the room, the first thing she does is start growling and hissing at him.
Oh, Cheery Giggles says, sorry, I have to go. Thanks for joining us, Cheery Giggles.
Bye, Cheery.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do the same thing, guys. I got to get these guys up and ready for school, so...
Okay, then. Thank you for joining us anyway.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you, for sure.
Absolutely, it's been my pleasure.
Little bees just come in as well.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'll try to attend the Harry Potter live stream.
Absolutely.
Like when it's on.
It'll be 5 o'clock our time Friday night.
So it'll be like 10 o'clock
cool.
our time.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to get it early enough for you and Pixie, Mrs. P, because I want to make sure you guys could come in.
We do realise you do realise we work as a double team, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's okay.
You do.
I don't know, no cheating.
Well, I made an admission to Kate the other night because we was in Night Owls the other night, and Pixie got 2 right, but it was only because I gave him answers or the answers out to him. But he's faster on the keyboard than what I am, you see. So I was doing the answering and he was doing the typing.
Well, I always do it like the first 3 to get the answer right, get a point, right? But I said, even if I have to give you the answer, because you don't know the answer, the first 3 to type it in, get a point.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. So,
all
right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for coming
in.
Talk
to you soon.
Paul Michael's going as well. You take care as well. Bye.
Oh, he's waking up. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, his son is so adorable. Just waking up.
She's gone, but not gone yet. It's still showing up on the screen. So yeah, same as I say. And Gregory Johnson says, I'm doing okay. Val weather has me grounded. Same as I say, I've actually got the lights on because it does get a bit dark because we've like got a through room, you see. Got like a window here, and I've got patios at that end. But when it's sort of dull, it don't give a lot of light, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. You got to have the nice natural light in here for sure.
Well, that's it. I mean, when it's sunny, I mean, it's okay. But I mean, sort of, it's...
Yes, I got my charger in time. I was like at like 2%.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, there we go. I'm charged up now. Like I was like literally running because this phone, it's like when it gets to 2%, it's like you don't get that extra 1%. They save it for when you power it up, like after.
Anything like mine, it gets to about 3 or 2%, and it just goes. That's it. It's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it don't give you.
Right.
You know, it don't give you time to plug it on charger or anything. That's it. It's gone. Whoop.
My other phone was good for that. The one that, like, you know, I had to get replaced. It would go to like 1%, and 1% would last me longer than like the whole phone life. And then, but it would take so long to boot back up. But with this phone, it's like 2% and like shorts out, but you can load it back up quickly once you put a charger in. You know, the other phone, it took like.
Go with the modern twist. Says Mrs. P, how are you? And Mr. P, doing we okay? I've not been around for a few days because I've, some as I say, I don't know, it's hay fever, or sinus troubles, or whatever it is. But I sounded. I mean, I'm still feeling a bit bunged up. Hiya, Franco Beans. Yeah, so I was going to go live on Monday and then decided not to. I just lay on the sofa all day because, some as I say, I'd had this bad head all weekend. So.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that like couple days to just like recharge your batteries.
Well, this is it.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're feeling a bit better though.
Oh, Val says going to try go back to sleep. Bye, everyone. It's only 4:30. Well, I do appreciate you joining me at that hour in the morning. And Little B says got to go. Have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah, everyone's getting ready for their day now because it's what time is it over here?
It's 11:45 here. So some as I say, I even baked a Victoria sponge this morning before I went live.
Oh, nice. So you're going to be making a vlog today?
No, it was the very first vlog I did was a Victoria sponge, and it's a case I just chucked everything in a bowl, mixed it together, put it in the oven. I've got to decorate it and put some filling and everything, but the cakes is made because Callum is actually making pizza today at school.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
like just like pepperoni, or is he making like?
No,
is he making?
It's just because I had to do get him some cheese, some grated cheese, onions, and mushrooms.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. So I thought, well, you know, he's doing a pizza, so I thought I'd follow it up with a, you know, a cake or something. So.
You can't go wrong with pizza and cake.
I actually made a a Bakewell tart the other day, but for some unknown reason, Pixie deleted the footage, and it was on his phone.
Maybe it was just by accident.
Yeah, he did it by accident.
Yeah.
I did say, like tomorrow, I might, because I have got actually. It came out all right, but I've actually got a Bakewell tray bake recipe. And then I had a message from somebody last night, got a recipe request, a millionaire's pie or something. So it's like got
a millionaire's pie.
Yeah, it's got whip filling, and you put cherries, pineapple, etc. on it in it. So, and it's like a biscuit base, like a cheesecake biscuit base, but it's classed as a pie.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
like that pie sounds.
So
I gotta have a pie soon. Like all this talk about pie, I gotta have a pie.
In retrospect, it is actually a cream pie.
I love it in retrospect. I'm so like like that deciding factor right there. I'm sold. Like I'm literally sold on it.
I'm just going to find a picture of it. Trying to find the picture of it. That's not a very good picture. That's basically.
Oh yeah, I can see the cherries and stuff. Let's see.
Right, keep scrolling. That is basically it.
Ooh, that does look decadent.
Yeah, it's all right. That is it. Like with cherries on top, and it's got cherries in the middle, and pineapple and pecans and all sorts. So that is actually what somebody messaged me on Messenger and asked, could I make that as well? So I printed a recipe off. So watch out for it.
I'm just happy you're doing cream pies.
Same as I say, it was a request from somebody, and yeah, it does. Same as I say, it's mascareno cherries, I think it is.
Okay, cool.
It's actually got like pineapple in it as well, so it looks rather yummy.
That's like the type of dessert you like pay like $10 for like a slice.
So yeah, so I printed a recipe off. So it's a case of watching this space, and when I get round to doing it, because I want to do the bakewell tray bake, and I keep wanting to make another cheesecake with Maltesers on it as well, but the crushed up Maltesers.
Right. I'm just opening up the chat now.
So yeah, so I got requested that yesterday, and I says, "Oh, I'll print a recipe off." So that's printed off. So it's Gregory that was in the chat earlier on. He requested the key lime pie, so I did. I did that.
I'll think it's not. My request for you is if you could make something with cinnamon in it. I love cinnamon.
I've got 1 or 2 recipes with cinnamon in. Cinnamon shortbread. I'll have to have a look through my recipes, because I printed off quite a few that does incorporate cinnamon. How much do I charge for birthday cakes? I haven't never.
Hey, Big Red Bear.
Hey, Kate. Why? Who's? Oh, it's Big Red Bear's birthday soon. Well.
Oh yeah.
It all depends whether you want a sponge or whether you want, a fruit cake or whatever. You know what I mean? I have got a square tin, but it's not a very big one. So I mean,
what are you doing for your birthday, Big Red Bear? I caught one of your live streams. I think you were playing Fortnite.
So sort of what you're looking at, really. Do you want a sponge cake or do you want a fruit cake? I mean, you can get marzipan and icing ready rolled. So, you know what I mean? That not be.
Well, that's definitely like a good thing, but getting arrested could also be a good adventure to always remember.
We've just been on about Crimson being in prison.
Yeah, I'm going to prison.
In prison first.
Yeah, I'm going to prison for too many DUIs. I just can't put the bottle down. We're not making fun of it. That was just the reason.
We've all got us jobs for when Crimson's in prison, because I'm going to work in the kitchen.
Have a good day, old school.
Yeah. Bye, James. Thank you for joining us.
And we said Keith would be kind of like the greeter.
No problem, you know. Do you want marzipan on it? Do you just want a sponge with the icing on top? And you know, it all depends what you want, if you know what I mean. I've got a small cake tin, you know. I could make a sponge, you know, get some ready rolled icing, put icing on it, and then, you know, you can buy sort of happy birthday letters, whatever. Victoria sponge, yeah, that I've made one actually this morning, a Victoria sponge.
My dog's trying to play with me right now. I'm like, I can't do this. Stop.
Yeah,
she's trying to bite my feet.
It said a Victoria sponge. I've actually made a Victoria sponge this morning. You know, it's not decorated or anything yet, so you know, Victoria sponge is no problem. It says, how much do you want for them? Some as I say, you know, I don't know. I mean, you have to message me on, you know, when do you want it for? I mean,
yeah, when is your birthday?
When is your birthday? So yeah, I mean, like this morning, I've just chucked all the ingredients in a bowl, mixed it up, slapped it into Victoria sandwich tins, put it in oven, and it's in there now. I ain't had a chance to decorate. June the 8th.
I've always liked homemade cake over, you know, like store-bought cake, because I find the cake icing to just be too sugary.
Well,
like, I like homemade icing better.
What I was saying is, I've got the Victoria sponge pans, but I like to put, I mean, and they're only a pound for 25 out of B&M, and basically you just put a liner in the sponge tins, put your mixture in that, and then you ain't got to mess about with greaseproof paper or anything.
Exactly.
So, you know, I mean, just let me know exactly what you want. Do you just want a plain Victoria sponge? Do you want a Victoria sponge with chocolate on top? I've got decorations, you know. But you've got to think about as like actually getting it to you. That's the thing. You mean, you see, with Victoria sponge, you need 4 eggs, 8 ounces of caster sugar, 8 ounces of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 8 ounces of butter. That's basically it for your Victoria sponge. All I can say is, the Big Red Bear, is just contact me, you know. You think I'm crazy, however, combined parking inside of Yorkshire pudding and put marzipan over that. Tasted amazing. Lol, it was one food dare I did that I'm glad I did. We see on my channel, Christopher, there is a recipe there for Yorkshire park.
And go hard worm traveling.
That don't make any sense, really. So yeah, all I can say, Big Red Bear, is contact me, you know, either on Messenger or Instagram or whatever, and you know, that's all I can say is get in contact with me, and I'll see what I can do, basically. You see, Big Red Bear's in Swindon. I don't know how far that is away from us, so about an hour or something. But yeah, right, that I don't mind making you a cake, you know what I mean? So
that's awesome. You guys are all close together like that.
I meant to say it would go warm if it travelled. Yes, I get you now. Plus,
we got East Dad in the house.
I mean, the sponge in itself would travel okay. It's just the filling and whatever, you know, that you put on it, you know. It'd probably be a mess if it was sent through the post, etc. Hiya, East Dad. How are you? It's 3 hours away. I could
3 hours.
I mean, if you actually want to make a Victoria sponge, it's one of the first vlogs I ever did. So if you want to actually make it yourself, the recipe's there on my channel. I mean, you can have a bash at doing it yourself. So there you go. I mean, Victoria sponge is easy enough to make if you've got the right. Have you got an electric hand mixer? You know, I mean, yeah. Same as I say, it's 8 ounces of caster sugar, 8 ounces of flour, 8 ounces of margarine or butter, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 4 eggs. Easy enough to do. It's called Victoria sandwich, funnily enough. I did, if you look back and you click on where it says videos, it was done 10 months ago. So you've got to go quite a way back. And it was the very first vlog I ever did, and that was a Victoria sandwich. So yeah, so I did look earlier on. I'll just have a look again. And it was one of the very first vlogs I ever did. And the next one that I did was 15th of July 2017 was the date of the I will be shortly, Big Red Bear, because I did start at just gone 9:30. It was published on the 15th of July 2017. You see, but at that time, Pixie didn't put in the ingredients. But that's no problem. I can send you a recipe via email or whatever. I've lost another subscriber. I'm down to 1,062 now, according to this.
You got all your fans you need right here.
And that's it. I mean, I were on other day. I were on 1,070, went down to 1,069, and now I'm only on 1,062. So I've lost like 7. Yeah.
I think YouTube's doing the purge again. Like, yeah, they're purging people.
I basically, Big Red Bear, I'll email you or you with a recipe. So, right, guys, I am going to end it now because I have been on, same as I say, since just after 9:30, and I'll get onto that recipe and I'll send it you via email, Big Red Bear. And so I want to thank everybody for coming in, and yeah, I'll email it later, and I will be doing the giveaway draw later on. I don't know whether we'll be doing it live or whatever.
Oh, you're doing it today?
Yeah. Well, it actually ended yesterday. So basically what I've done is I've wrote all the names down. Pixie's going to do this random thingamajig. You know, name picker, but he wants me to write the names down so he can enter them into the draw. So it's okay, Bear. So as I say, everybody's you know, oh dear, don't worry about it. Same as I say, I was going to go live at 10, and then there were about 4 people waiting. So I says, do you want me to start earlier? So I went live a bit earlier. So I want to thank everybody for, oh, sorry I'm late. I was just about to shut it down, Vlog from the Bog.
Oh, I get it's exactly what we were talking about earlier. It's like when you're about to shut down a live stream and then somebody good comes in.
When we're on Eagle VPs yesterday, he says he wouldn't be around, you see. So, as we say, better late than never. So, but it did.
I missed Eagle VPs yesterday. It looked like you guys had fun.
I didn't expect him coming in, you see.
And the funny thing was, like, I went to bed right before Eagle VP went live streaming. So it's like I could have just stayed up an extra 5 minutes and went on like the panel and stuff. But it was like I fell asleep. Yeah.
He's doing an interview tonight, I think, with Emily Bird.
Okay, yeah.
Tonight.
That was postponed, right? And then Kate stepped in. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
well,
he's doing it tonight.
Emily had a relative, an aunt or something, rushed into the hospital. Oh, he's just got back.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, yes,
I'm glad Keith's doing interviews again.
I am just about to shut it down. I know I've got 11 in, but I've got things to do. I've got the Victoria sponge to finish off. I've got to get myself some lunch. And
I'm about to go back to sleep, so.
Oh, okay then. So, thank you, everybody, for joining me. And don't forget to tune in to Eagle VP's interview tonight with Emily Bird. And, yes, Vlog from the Bog. I did see the Hello Dave vlog. Me and Pixie were absolutely creasing this stuff because we actually watched it in bed last night.
His editing is getting so amazing. Like, I'm loving Vlog's editing. Like, he's doing so well. Yeah, keep up the good work.
We did have a laugh about it last night when he was going, hello, Dave. Yes, I made it. At 7:30 this morning, I'd got a Victoria sandwich in the oven. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, even Barry coming in at the last minute, and Marie and everybody else that joined me today. Yeah, I will do Big Red Bear. I'll send it to you via email. So I shall see you all later, probably in Eagle VPs. So bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.